Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. I hope all of you are fine and doing well. So in our today's video, we will discuss about the identification of the limiting reactant. As in our previous lesson, we have already learned what does mean by the limiting reactant. Basically, limiting reactant is the reactant that is present less in number or less in quantity. On the other hand, it controls the reaction or the production of products or amount of the products. Basically, it depends upon the limiting reactant. So how we can identify the limiting reactant? Basically, we have here three steps. The first one step, we have to calculate the moles of both reactants. If we have reactants A and reactant B, then we have to find its moles. So first one step is to find the moles of reactants. When we find the number of moles of the reactant, the next step we have to identify the reactant which produces the product, or we have to find the moles of products. And we can find the moles of the products by a method that we have already done in the stoichiometry calculation. It was the comparison method. So by the help of comparison method, we can find the number of moles of the products. And the last third step we have for this, it is to identify the reactant. Now third step we have to identify reactant that produces less or the least amount of product. So this reactant will be known as the limiting reactant that produces less amount of the products. So the reactant will be the limiting reactant. Reactant with a smaller number, it may be the limiting reactant, and the limiting reagent, it is also called as limiting reagent. On the other hand, the reactant with larger number are present in excess. This is the excess reagent, or we can call it as the excess reactant. So let's have a look on the example for identification of the limiting reactant. So here we have the ammonia gas, that is NH3 gas. It can be prepared by heating together two solids. So over there we are having two solids, ammonium chloride NH4Cl and calcium hydroxide CaCOH whole twice. If the mixture containing 100 grams of each, it means we have 100 grams of ammonium chloride and we have 100 grams of calcium hydroxide. Then calculate the number of grams of ammonium produced. So here we have to calculate the number of grams that has been produced by heating both of the substances. So to find the number of grams of the products, we have to find the number of moles of the reactant. So first step, we have to find the number of moles of the reactant, that is ammonium chloride. So here we have NH4Cl. We have to find its number of moles. To find the number of moles, we need just two things. The first one is mass of ammonium chloride, that is given. It is almost 100 grams. And next we find its molar mass of ammonium chloride. Here we have nitrogen, it's 14, plus hydrogen we have 1 multiplied by 4. We have chlorine, it's 35.5. So the molar mass of ammonium chloride we will have, it is 53.5 gram per mole. Now we have both molar mass and the mass. So we will find the moles of ammonium chloride. So moles of ammonium chloride, we have mass 100 grams divided by molar mass, that is 53.5. So its moles we have, it is equal to almost 1.5 moles. So the moles of ammonium chloride will be 1.87. And the next we will find the moles of the calcium hydroxide. So number of moles of calcium hydroxide. The same method we have to use for this. Mass of calcium hydroxide, it is given as these are the reactants, so it is 100 grams. Molar mass of calcium hydroxide, we will find it is equal to calcium, its mass number is 40, then plus we have oxygen 16 plus hydrogen 1 and it's multiplied by 2. So on a whole, its molar mass will be equal to 74 gram per mole. So this is the molar mass of calcium hydroxide. Now we will find its moles. To find the moles, we will apply the formula, that is mass in grams divided by molar mass, that we have 74. So at the end its mole we will have 1.35. So these are the moles of calcium hydroxide. In the next calculation we will compare the moles of reactants as well as the moles of the products. So for this calculation we need its chemical balanced equation. We have ammonium chloride over there, it reacts with the calcium hydroxide and we gain two products where we have ammonia, calcium chloride and water. So we have to find the grams of the ammonia gas over there. So we will use the comparison method. First we will compare it with the first reactant, that is ammonium chloride. It is the reactant and the product we have ammonia NH3. So in the first we have 2 moles of ammonium chloride and it produces 2 moles of ammonia. So we have, if 1 mole of ammonium chloride, it will produces only 1 mole of ammonia, and if we have 1.87 moles of ammonia, so it produces 1.87 moles of ammonia. So this is simple moles of the ammonia produced. Next, similarly, we will compare its moles with the calcium hydroxide. So the comparison with the calcium hydroxide. Here we have calcium hydroxide, it is the reactant. Comparison with product, that is ammonia gas. So here we have the ammonia gas, it is NH3. Calcium hydroxide, its moles we have 1 and it produces 2 moles of ammonia, and if we have 1.35 moles of calcium hydroxide, then it produces 2.70 moles of ammonia. So now here we have the number of moles of ammonia that has been produced from 100 gram. It is 1.87 moles of ammonium are less. So let's have a look on another comparison where we have moles of ammonia 1.87, that is less, and here we have NH4Cl, that is ammonium chloride, so it will be the limiting reactant. Now how it is the limiting reactant? The main reason is that it is in less amount. So we will find the mass of ammonia produced, its moles 1.87 multiplied by its molar mass, it is 17. So the answer we will have 31.79 grams of ammonia will be produced from 100 grams of both the reactants. So this is all about today's lecture. I hope you guys understand, and if you have any queries, you may ask me about that, and I will get back to you guys soon. And the next topic that we will discuss, it is mainly yield. This term is also new to you, so we will discuss it. So you guys keep learning and have a good day.